it doesn't look, when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's pretty basic. But I'd say 9 times out of 10 people are coming up short on this hole.
Right.
Or they're thinning it because
Yes.
they're not adjusting to the slope.
Gotcha.
So you know how to do this here well. So let's just talk us through how we would need to adjust for the slope here.
So I will go. This is my 52-degree wedge to start with.
Mhm.
For me, on an upslope, I will generally go a little bit back in my stance of normal position,
Mhm.
and I will try to lean a little bit on my trail side. That's
Okay.
kind of I really only do those two things for
Okay.
the most part.
Perfect. So if we're trying to make sure we get the strike right, we have to control the low point.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. So you can still put your ball position in the middle and just adjust your low point.
So the shirt buttons adjust forward
Yep.
versus actually moving the ball around.
Yep. Okay. Because if you put the ball back in your stance, it can shift your start line.
Gotcha.
And kind of throw you off.
People tend to push this shot a lot.
Yeah, because they put it back in their stance, or what they'll do is they'll fall back on it, and for you, they hit a huge, big
yank it that way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the other thing we have to realize here is now you're on a nice little pitch here,
Mhm.
so it's downwind, yes, so it's probably helping you here a little bit today, but generally what you're doing is you're adding probably about 5 degrees of extra loft.
Wow. So at least a full club.
At least.
Wow.
So we got 106 to get to the front edge.
Uh-huh.
We got 135 to get to the back edge.
Okay. So I'll probably be the mistake of using this club. Let's see
Perfect.
what happens with that
Yep.
in terms of yardage. So I'll play it in the middle of my stance.
And just for make sure we go right at it here.
Right at it. Okay, shirt button's a bit forward, and then you're just making a normal swing.
You got it.
Weight distribution is 50-50-ish?
Yeah, 50-50. We don't need to do anything crazy here. Good shot. Right up in the air. Very nice.
So that kind of reached the front of the green.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I felt really good contact. I felt like I made a good swing, and that's probably at least 10 yards short of what I would have expected from this club. Plus, it is helping.
It is helping.
So it would have been really short.
It would have been really short. If you hadn't had that, and that's the mistake most people, they've got the upslope,
Yes.
and they're like, oh, well, this is my 120 club or whatever, and then they hit it and it comes up way short.
Gotcha.
The other thing that we're looking here, if you're going to attack this pin, maybe the attack is not directly at the pin.
Right. Where would you recommend?
Maybe it's more on your ball line now, which is about 5 yards right of it.
That way, if you do push it a bit, you're not kind of short-siding yourself in the bunker.
You got it. You're just being smart about where you're starting it.
So let's talk yardage. This is now a pitching wedge,
which is about 130-ish.
Full swing, I'll hit it 140, but that's like full grip, full swing.
Okay.
So if I wanted to make this a 130 shot,
you know what? Let's hit it full.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get it because we got 135 to the back of the green. I'm thinking this is coming up 10 short anyway.
Okay. So let's see if we just maybe get it on the back of the green.
Yeah. So at 140, we still should be 130.
Right. It might be the right call.
It might not be. It'll be past the flag, sure, but it shouldn't be too far.
Okay. Center my stance.
Great looking shot.
In my mind, I feel
Right
like I
on
hit
line.
that way over. It's not. It's probably, 15 feet past the pin?
Yeah, it's actually not bad at all.
This is an eye-opener for me. I gotta be honest with you. To be totally honest. I had a feeling we'd talk about setup. I didn't think you were going to go that far on yardage.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is, granted, this is decently upslope, but there's way